So for a moment, something that has been a challenge for me is boundaries and try not to play that role of people pleasing and being a good girl, good person all the time as a woman. That's interesting to this day. It's a challenge for me to say no to some people in my family, my husband. Talk to me about that, Laurie. How did you do it? I guess that's a more direct question.
You're assuming that I've done it.
Yes, I do. You sound like it.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a process. I mean, those are cultural expectations, and they're a part of the dichotomy of growing up in a patriarchal society. That is what women are expected to do. And it's hard for us to change because when we do change, we may disappoint others. We may feel guilt. Believe me, I'm still nowhere near the end of that process of healing. I think the first step is just acknowledging and recognizing that that's what you're doing and seeing the patterns. And then you have to change it one relationship at a time. It's easiest to start with people who aren't so important to you, to put boundaries on expectations of your social group or things that don't really cut to the core. It's really hard and challenging when it comes to your family. I'm in the midst of some issues with my mother over aging, and so things that I thought have healed are coming to the surface again.
Another question I have for you is about exploring our unique gifts and talents. What are the signs when we are finally expressing them and living from those places?
I think best sign is that you're in flow. You know, your whole being knows when you're doing what you're meant to do. And you know when you're not, too.
Yes. Yes, it's so true. The things that we ignore that a lot of times, or we try to, right, to kind of bypass those signs, and especially when we are not being authentic, not being ourselves. And that goes back to the idea of compromising, trying to fit in and please others so we don't lose them.
I think that's partly it. And I think it's also partly not being clear on our own values and what our definition of success is. You know, for example, most people in this culture work too hard, too many hours without benefit to themselves. You know, they do it because that's what it takes to be successful externally in our professional world. So until you look at yourself and you say, well, is that really my definition of success? You almost have to do it.